Water. Often referred to by many as Minecraft's most useful item. Whether using it for avoiding fall damage, farming crops, or getting out of cobwebs, water is a must-have in your inventory. But among some of water's many uses, it is also able to prevent explosions and extinguish fires. After my base was blown up, I realized that if I'd flooded my base, this wouldn't have happened. So to prevent this in the future, I'm gonna flood the entire world. Some may call this counterproductive, but I call it helping out the community, of course. But how do I intend on actually flooding the server? Well, by using a flooding machine. See, by setting up a flying machine and placing water source blocks in specific patterns, when the flying machine begins to go, you can effectively flood any area. One small problem, I don't have any slime, which is like the key component of any flying machine. So I'm going to set up a slime farm so I can get an infinite amount of slime. Okay, so essentially this is the area right here where the slime chunk is. So we're gonna mark this. So as you can see by the countless mobs and no slimes in this chunk, we're gonna have to light up this cave. Because if we don't, all these mobs are gonna take up where the slimes could be spawning. And that's probably gonna take a really long time and a lot of torches, so we best start now. Little did I know that lighting up the caves in the area would be the most difficult part of making the slime farm, because in order to make it so slime spawn fast, I would have to light up everything within 8 chunks. I have a challenge for you. I'm gonna light up this entire cave, and by the time I'm done, you have to subscribe. Ready, go. And done. So now that I lit up the cave, I'm actually going to build a slime farm and AFK there to get tons of slime. Alright, I've AFK'd pretty much the entire day, so we're gonna see if it was worth it. Oh my gosh, that's so much slime. This was just enough slime to start building the flooding machine. So with this, we were almost ready to start flooding the server. But there was one more item I wanted before we begin the flood. A trident. You see, if I was able to get a trident with Riptide on it, I would be able to go through the flooded world with ease. This would mean if anyone would try to fight me, I would be able to outmaneuver or even outrun them, making me practically unkillable in the water. But as I was out looking for a trident, I got a little cocky and... oh. Oh, I'm so far.
Oh no.
This was bad. I had all my items on me, including the slime. If they were to despawn, I would have to start all over again. So I began to head to the location of where I died, and on the way there... oh my gosh, we actually just got a trident. After this, I had made it very close to where my items were. I used the boat to get rid of the fall damage and make it down safely, and... okay, what the f***? So it turns out that at very specific Y levels, boats break and don't protect you from fall damage. And I just so happened to be standing at one of these very specific Y levels. But this meant I had even less time to get my items back. So with a little help from a friend, I made it back and got my items just in time, getting everything except my boots. The worst part about all this is while I was getting my items, another base was being griefed at spawn. And I had barely not gotten there in time to save it. Bro, everything is on fire. No, the whole place is burning down. Bro, this is bad. But this fire was fresh, and there was only one person online who could have done it at this time. And conveniently, I saw them running from the base. The guy seemed to be up to something, and I was very unprepared. So I figured I shouldn't stick around to find out what he was doing. So I headed back to my base, where I would prepare to flood the server the next day. Alright, so I don't think anybody's going to be coming on anytime soon, so we might as well start. The plan was to divide spawn into several areas to save resources and prevent the server from lagging. So I waited until there was no one left on the server, and when the time was right, I got to work flooding spawn. Now, we're going to start by building the front module. We're going to start by placing the note block there. Where are the observers? I forgot the observers. Alright, so now we're gonna place an observer here, slime here, sticky piston right here, 2 slime right here, some glowstone here, a stair here, another observer right here, get rid of all of these blocks, a slime block here, make these little corners here, another glowstone right here, sticky piston here, our rail here, our minecart right here. Now the machine was able to fly. All that was needed now was the back. So that's the first side done. Now we just need to replicate that over here. Now this is our first flooding machine done. We just need to add the water sources. I'll start by putting one here. That should be all of it done. Let's get a look at this. Oh my gosh. That is so much water. Now it is time to go. Here it was. Days, nights, weeks worth of preparation. all for this. Everything had to go perfectly. Oh, we're off. It's all flooding. I am here to protect you, Spawn. It's lagging so bad. Keep pushing. We're almost at the end. Look at that. We did it. Let's take a look at this. Oh my gosh. It's all flooded. That's the entire center of spawn flooded. Now we need to get the other sides. After running the first module, successfully flooding the entire center of spawn, there were still a few more I had to do. But I had to hurry because at any moment, anybody could show up. And if someone did, I could be killed or even banned. It is really only a part of it. Now we're gonna cover this side. All right, we're ready to fire off our second one. Let's go. Oh shoot, we messed up. All right, we need to break this and rebuild it. I think now it's ready to go. Nope. What's going wrong here? Found the problem. Now we go. There it is. Bye-bye, spawn. There goes the building. The building's completely submerged now. All right, here comes the third machine covering the mountainside. And here comes the last machine covering the rest of spawn. This is so cool to look at. And with this, I think I can finally say that we have protected spawn. And personally, I think it's never looked better. Ignore the dead grass. Let's make sure that nothing can be destroyed again. Let's go. With spawn now flooded, I did some flying around with my trident and logged off for the night. When I awoke the next morning though, the entire server had seen what I had done and questioned who it was. And I blended right in. Everything is submerged. I was gone for one day. Wow, this happened. Water clan incoming. But was it really all worth it? I mean, spawn probably looked even worse now. And the players said that whoever they saw do it, they would hunt down, leaving me never safe on this server again. And to that I say, yeah, baby, it was worth it. I can fly. But just as things were looking great for me, and I thought I was gonna get away with the crime, a detective showed up named Scrousy. You see, for the past few weeks, Scrousy had been investigating literally everybody, including me, but I got away with it the first time. However, after talking to one of my friends who I'd told about the flood, they snitched on me to Scrousy, and all behind my back, Scrousy had been planning a plot to kill me.
Probably found this thing I'm about to show you. Don't worry, no traps. All right, welcome.
This is sketchy.
All right, this is just the trust test.
Trust test? I don't trust that.
Someone's been in here, great. I'm gonna clear this up. Shane, I know that you flooded the server. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I know you flooded the server. And okay, I don't want to snitch to everyone on the server. Be honest with me. I know it was you.
I don't see the crime. Yeah, I think the server needed some redecoration. It was in fact me.
All right, well, I want to make a deal with you, so I don't want to snitch. Shane, if you win this fight, I will give up myself as a person that flooded the server, and I'll imprison myself. I'll just honestly say to the server that it was me. If I win, I'll just fucking snitch on you. That's pretty much it.
The stakes were high. If I were to die here, the entire server would put me on a hit list, and I would never be safe at spawn again. So with that, we began the duel.
I don't know why you even did this, Shane.
Listen, man, the server had a griefing problem in the first place. With water everywhere, I could protect it.
Oh no.
My base was griefed from the very second I joined this server. I was nice to everybody, but they blew it up. They took that from me.
It didn't have to be this way, man. It did not have to be this way.
Listen, there's a few ways you can protect things. What counters TNT, fire, and lava?
Yeah, I know about water.
Water.
But it doesn't mean you have to flood the whole server.
It is what it is. What's done is done. It didn't have to be this way. We could have just left the water, alright? And everything would have been fine. You didn't have to go snooping in places you didn't belong.
You see, I had to do that, man. I don't like the water. I preferred spawning as it was originally.
Don't go snooping in places you don't belong, Scrousy. I had won. Scrousy told the entire server that he was the person who flooded spawn. I had gotten away with it. And yeah, were they all gonna find out that I was the one who did it when I upload this video? I don't really care. Come and get me. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, press the video on the left. I really think you'll like it. If you're here from Lifesteal, thank you for considering me. And I'm looking forward to Season 5.